Hello and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. Happy Tuesday. If you're here in the UK, I hope you had a lovely bank holiday weekend. But we're here, we're ready, we're raring to go for a brand new week of shows here at Crafters TV. And we certainly are starting off with a bang because we have a brand new launch coming to you today here on Crafters TV. And it's all about the fabulous 3D framed card kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've got a full 2 hours on this launch day. We're going to take you through step by step how gorgeous these cards are, how you can create the most amazing 3D creations with this fabulous kit. Of course, we've got a showstopper as well, but we will be giving you the details of all these gorgeous items that we've got on the show as we move through the full 2 hours. However, it's not just me alone for the 2 hour show this afternoon. We have got lots of inspiration, lots of demos coming your way, courtesy of Mr. Craig Laird. Good morning, Craig. I say good morning. Good afternoon.
I know.
Are you well?
No, just getting used to, of course, additional new times as well. Raring to go, as Lily said, of course. Hope you had a lovely bank holiday weekend. Hope you got up to some crafty goodness, or maybe you're chilling and relaxing, or maybe some of you were working. But yeah, brand new launch. Now, if you love your card kits, not only is this a card kit, this is a box frame card kit. Now, you need to do very, very, very little other than add on your adhesive. You've got the depth there, you've got the thickness, but not only that, you're also going to be getting the actual envelope boxes as well, beautifully foiled. Now, in total, you're going to be able to make 20. Now, you're going to get 5 designs, and you can make 4 of each. Now, 2 of them have an additional sentiment in there, and then the other 3 of them have just got a really, really beautiful design. Now, throughout launch day, we are going to be creating these as they are intended. However, we're going to do a couple of different things as well. We might turn one into a shaker. We might turn one of them into a little bit of a home decor as well with some photo frames. So really cute, really simple. You can still come along, add in your decoupage in the middle if you want to, bring in your frame photos if you want to, and you can really start to break it down so you've got more than 20. But throughout the show, I'll show you and explain all of that in detail.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a fab show, that is for certain, and this kit is absolutely gorgeous. Whether you're brand new to crafting or whether you've been crafting for many years and want to take it a little bit to that next level by mixing and mashing it with some other items that you've already got in your crafty stash, this is going to be the one to go for. Now, we have got Rachel over on the socials for us. I keep wanting to say this morning, it is this afternoon. It's gone 12 o'clock, so it definitely is the afternoon here in the UK. But we've got the lovely Rachel on the socials. So any comments, any questions, get them through and we will be reading them out here live in the studio. A few hellos to say already though before we have a little look at that amazing showstopper collection. So we've got Geraldine saying good afternoon from a changeable Argyle and Butte. Hope you're all well. Jeffrey Langley saying happy Tuesday all, may it find all safe and healthy. We've got Angela saying hello everyone, hope all well. Lois is in from Ohio. Teresa is saying good morning everyone as well. So lots of you joining us already over on the socials. I'd love to hear maybe what you're going to be doing with your kit when you get it home. Maybe you've got ideas to take it that little bit further in terms of your crafting. Let us know and get those comments in. But without further ado, we want to share with you this amazing showstopper deal. So we do have the kit on its own, which you will find over on the website. But if you want to get even more crafty goodies and even better value for money, then the showstopper certainly is the way to go. Not only are you getting that fabulous card kit that we will have a little look at in more detail in just a moment, you're also getting lots of extra goodies. And the way it works out with this one is you're paying for the showstopper, and just for an extra £10 you are getting our legendary Scoremaster scoreboard. That one is A4 size, so it's going to fit your A4 and your US letter size cardstock. It's worth $12.99 that alone for that fabulous scoreboard. You've got metric on one side, imperial on the other, and you also have your inbuilt box making technology with that fantastic scoreboard. You've also got one of our tape pens, super strong those tape pens. You've got 22 meters on that one. It's going to be ideal for actually constructing those fantastic framed cards. And then alongside that, you're also getting 10 sheets of your fabulous Snow White Hint of Silver, your Centura Pearl A4 cardstock there. Lovely construction weight with that one, so it's going to be ideal for your construction projects as well as your die cutting, your embossing and your matting and layering. So all of those goodies alongside that fantastic card kit. Not only that, 100 bonus points as well for £27.99 or $31.96. Now, in terms of your fabulous card kit, you are getting 5 glorious designs, 4 of each. So you've got all of these gorgeous designs, and it works in the way that you've got almost like a two-parter to create one card. So you can see your gorgeous designs here. You've got the fold line, that score line already in the center, and that's like your card part, that sort of phase 1 of your fabulous card. You take that, and then you take your corresponding sheets. You can see here you've got that beautiful coordinating design, those beautiful sort of sage color tones. You've got your lovely roses, your cupcakes on there as well. You take your corresponding sheet, and this is what creates that frame part. Of course, Craig will be taking you through this in more detail a little bit later on, but you can see how beautifully those designs coordinate. So 5 different designs, 4 of each. So if you do want to be snipping into them, if you want to be decoupaging those layers up, absolutely you can do that. Maybe even bringing in some other finishes like your glitters, maybe it's going to be glossy highlights, or even some of your ink you can be adding onto there, and you can start to bring those cards together. But of course, it's not just about creating those gorgeous cards. We are including the die cut envelopes as well, and not just any old envelope, because of course these are 3D, quite deep cards. You've got those box style envelopes included as well. Beautiful gold foiling onto there. It really is that touch of luxury that's going to set off your cards absolutely beautifully. I mean, when you get these through the mail, you know for sure this is not going to be a bill. It's going to be a very special card inside, and that's exactly what these cards allow you to create. They look very impressive. They look very, very difficult to create. However, they are super, super simple when you've got all the elements that are scored and die cut ready for you to just pop out and get crafting. Whether you're going to be doing them just as they are straight out of the kit, or just bringing in other mediums as well, they're going to look absolutely stunning. Details for that showstopper are on your screen. 100 bonus points for that price of £27.99 or $31.96. However, maybe you've already got the scoreboard, maybe you've already got plenty of tape pens, plenty of cardstock in your crafty stash already, and you want to go for the card kit on its own, then absolutely we have that available for you guys at home as well. £19.99 or $23.96, and again you're going to get bonus points on this one, 50 bonus points this time. It's 60 separate elements as part of this collection, allows you to make a whopping 20 cards with their coordinating envelopes. And with your fabulous box envelopes as well, it is a heavyweight card weight. It's not a flimsy paper. It's beautiful quality along with all of the elements within the kit. Now, maybe you're thinking you're going to go for the showstopper. Why not perhaps add in an extra of the individual card kits into your basket as well? Adding an extra one, that's going to give you the ability to create 40 cards and envelopes. How absolutely fabulous is that? Now, before we get over to Craig and jump into that first demonstration, let's say a few more hellos. Got a lot of you guys joining us here on this Tuesday afternoon. We've got Angela saying she's not usually one for kits, but she really likes this set and it's great value. I have to say it's something really, really special. I love the fact that we've got that 3D element to this kit as well. It's not just about those flat cards, it's about those construction projects, which I think is really quite special. We've got Linda saying, good morning Lily, Craig, Superstar Rachel, the CCTV team and crafty friends, wishing everyone a terrific Tuesday from Minnesota. In our ears today we have Johnny and we have Jamie, the two J's, the JJ's in our ears, steering us through the show today. We've also got Rosalind saying good morning from Maryland and Paw Prince ×4. Good morning here, in drizzly South Carolina. Definitely crafting weather, stay inside, stay warm, stay dry and get crafting, and that's exactly what we're about to do. In just a moment we're going to head over to Craig and he's going to show us just how easy these kits are to put together.
They really are, really, really simple. Although, as you'll see, within the next couple of hours, we'll show you different ways in which you can use them and put your own creative play on. Now, they all come packaged, all one complete packet here, and you're going to get all of the elements included. You're going to see, this is what I mean by you can start to break it down if you want. So you've got your actual cards, and then you've got your framework. All of these are all die cut. They're all die cut, so you just need to pop them out, like you will see in a moment. And you've also got your boxed envelopes too. So all of these with the score lines included for you to assemble. Now we're even just giving you a little 5-step by step that you can see on the back there. So if you did need an additional little helping hand, then you've got that there on the back for you to follow along. Once you've done it once you've followed me, once you've watched this or looked at this, you're good to go. You'll remember it straight away. So let's do it in the way that's intended here. So what I've got at the side of me, just here, we've got the birthday balloons here. Now, this is your card blank. So simply fold that over we're going to take our bone folder, and then that is the card blank component that your frame will sit over the top. Now think about all of your inserts that you've got, your framed verse inserts in the middle, your stamped inserts, all of those you're going to be able to add into the middle. Or as you'll see throughout the show, what about chopping that in half and using it in different ways that we'll talk you through later. But that's your card blank, so we can set that out the side for now. And then this is the framework, also all die cut. So we're just going to pop that out. You've got a little slither in the middle there. Now these, keep these because think of your little corner punches, your hole punches that you've got as well, your little flower dies from your Once Upon a Time Sarah Signature collection. These are going to fit into there. So you'll be able to use all that additional excess strips. And then here, what we're going to do is you've got all the score lines. Now within the instructions, it does say, if you need to, although it's not essential, use your scoreboard and just enhance the lines. Now you will find that the lines are absolutely on point when it comes to the depth of the pre-score that's already there. So it's not essential, you don't really need to enhance the lines, but with having the scoreboard, it means it's there for you to do so if you want. Now, as always, when it comes to the scoring, I like to fold with my fingers first and then we'll burnish them afterwards. You've got your glue tabs all the way round, and then you've got your inner section as well. So we're going to fold those over. Now, for me, you've got your tape runner and your showstopper. I would be using my tape runner elsewhere, and I'd be using my red liner tape for these ones here. So because of that, what we're going to do is on these little tabs here, and just to say, as Lily was saying there, our tape runners, they're our construction tape runners, so you can absolutely use them with the box frame. Please don't think that you can't, but for me, personal preference, red liner tape, the strongest tape out there. I think this is really going to be a really good one to be using when it comes to your box frames. And we're just taking the two separate tabs that you've got. You've got your two score lines there, so you've got a little tab and then you've got a panel. So I'm going to do exactly the same with both of them here. So I'm just going to take the scissors with my red liner tape, and then we're just going to chop that off at the end and sit them out the way. Now here, what we're going to do is on the four outer edges, I'm going to run my tape right up against the edge. So work our way round, right up to the edge, and you will see why I'm doing it right up to the edge as we come to assemble it. But we're just running that tape. Now, if you're using your tape runner, then you're just going to run your tape up to the edge. If you're using your tacky glue, run that right to the edge. So you can still use all your other adhesives. It's for these, I found that the best way. And what it also does, Lily, is because your red liner tape is thicker, it makes it that little bit more sturdier and substantial. So it means when you've got that framework, if you are going to be framing it around decoupage or something like that, then you know you've got that security of the sturdiness all the way round. And then this inner panel here, I'm going to run my red liner tape once again right onto that outer edge. So I'm going to pop that right up to that edge there, and then what we can do at this point is give that a really, really, really nice press down. So we're just pressing down, making sure we've got a really good adhesion of the tape. And then we're going to come in with the two tabs here. Now I'm going to take the red liner tape off of one side. Now one of the side, it's kind of got a chamfered edge there. It's as if it's like a little notch at each side. So that's the side that I'm taking my tape off. And then we're going to then just slot that underneath. So where we've got that score line there, we're just going to have that running parallel to that base there. Press that down, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. We're going to then slot that one into here like so, line that up, and then press. And then this is where you'll start to see that the framework starts to come together. So if I turn that on its back there. So this is where Leanne, you know, prefers to take red liner tape off one bit at a time. I prefer to take it all off. It's red liner tape, it's unbelievably strong, so you do what you feel comfortable doing. But I like to take them all off. So I'm going to work my way round. I'm going to take each of these off here. And we're getting in there with our pokey tool. I'm going to do the same with the centre. I'm going to repeat myself again. If you find it a little bit more difficult by taking all the red liner tape off at once, don't do it. You can do it all at the end. I'm going to leave these two just for now. And then at this point, we're going to assemble it as if we're making a box. So we're going to do our 90-degree corner and press. We're going to turn and do our 90-degree corner and press. We're going to keep turning and pressing, and then we're going to turn and then press like so. And then you can start to see this is where the framework's coming together. So if we turn that around here, now I'm just going to take that last remaining couple of bits, and this is where you'll see why I've put the red liner tape right up against the very edge here. If we take it off, now what you'll find is it overlaps slightly, so you do just need to spend just a moment here, and then we're going to overlap. Now this does not touch that outer edge, so you just need to be careful. We're just going to hold that, and then I'm just going to press that in. Because I'm using my red liner tape, it adheres, it sticks, and it creates that column. I'm going to turn that one around, and I'm going to do exactly the same there. So I'm just going to press down, lightly press. At this point, we could go in with a scoring tool or a bone folder, something that's a bit longer, and press in. And then with these ones, we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to line up, we're going to press in, we're going to turn around, we're going to line up, and then we're going to press in. Now that is your framework.
Wow, how easy was that?
So,
it's amazing.
Use that wherever you want, like you'll see throughout the next couple of hours. Use the card wherever you want. But what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that's lined up the right way. We're going to match that up corner to corner. We're going to press that in, rub that around, and then there we've got our box frame. So before I show you it all in one, I'm going to do exactly the same here, personal preference. I'm going to use my red liner tape for the box envelope. So we're going to put my tape on, the tiny, tiny little tabs here. I'm just going to take any excess off by snipping there.
Would you recommend still using the 12mm red liner tape, Craig, or would you go for the thinner? Or?
So I would definitely go, me personally, the 12mm, and you'll see why. And that's a really good question, Lily, because when I was having a play with this, usually, and I know why you've asked that, usually within envelopes would tend to do around about a 6mm. But what you will see is the actual thickness overlap is wider than 12mm.
Ah, okay.
So if I then, so this is where our envelope, as if you're making any other box envelope. Now, if I was to line that up, put my thumb there, look at that thickness that you've got there. So if I put, let's put just that underneath, you've got that thickness that's left. So if you were to do a red, if you were to do your 6mm, you can absolutely do that, Lily, but I would do that maybe further along. Whereas by having your 12mm, it means then that we've got a lot more adhesive grab with using our tape. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. But yeah, if you do want to use your 6, you can absolutely do that. But the reason I use the 12 is because we've got quite a bit of a gap where it overlaps. So we can then peel that off. And if you start to do things differently, like I'll show you within this show, it means then that these box envelopes are not going to be any use for the actual project, and you'll see why later on. So why not use them elsewhere? Why not chop them up? That's a beautifully gold foiled panel that you've got that you'll be able to put, you know, your nesting die cuts on, your apertures on. You can do things such as your decoupage on. But if we then fold that in, I'm going to use my glass mat to line up and press. I'm going to tuck that one under and line that up, and then we're going to press. I'm going to hold that in, press that in. We've now got our 5x7 size envelope to fit our 5x7 box frame that you can see here. Open that up, you've got your card, you've got the inside ready for you to pop in. So you can see there, there, and then by bringing in your box, you can see now, beautifully ready, made for you to then send or give to the recipient. That's how easy that they are.
That is absolutely stunning. Doesn't that look amazing? And you wouldn't have thought that was quite as easy to put together as it is. Looking at the finished project, it is absolutely gorgeous. And you can be creating not just one of those, but 20 of those in 5 different designs with your fabulous frame card kit collection. As part of your showstopper, you can see all the goodies there on that right-hand side of your screen. Not only have you got that complete card kit with everything you need to create the cards and then matching gold foiled envelopes, you've also got that scoreboard that you just saw in action with Craig as part of that demo. You've got your cardstock 10 sheets of that beautiful Centura Pearl cardstock there, and you've also got your tape pen at 22 metres of sticking power with that fantastic tape pen there. Your card kit showstopper, £27.99 or $31.96 with 100 bonus points as well. And don't forget, you'll find over on the website the card kit as an individual item. If maybe you just want to go for that on its own, or perhaps you're going to be going for the showstopper and you want even more of that card kit, so you can create a whopping 40 cards if you're going for your card kit on its own and the showstopper as well. However, just a couple of weeks ago now, I want to say about 2 to 3 weeks ago, we had some beautiful paper pads launched here on Crafters TV, and I want to share these with you because they have been so popular. And if you did miss out, if you've not got yours already, or maybe you've already got yours, you're loving working with them and thinking, do you know what, I want to add to my stash, I want to get a couple more, then we have got the bundle for you. Details on your screen there. You're getting a whopping 72 sheets in total across the 2 paper pads for £22.40 or $30.40. Your 2 different designs are your gorgeous floral scrapbook and also your meadow garden. These are absolutely gorgeous. 180 GSM with these, 36 double-sided sheets in each of the 2 pads, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So first up, our floral scrapbook, all uncoated, so it's going to be ideal for adding extra finishes onto this. Maybe you're going to be ripping and tearing into this, perhaps enhancing that vintage distressed feel even more with some of your inks, perhaps even some of your glitter paste, your shimmer sprays over the top. All those different goodies that we have in your crafty stash, you can be adding onto these. As always, you've got that beautiful A side, which is more layered. You've got more interest, more detail onto there. You can see the pops of colour. You've got all those different layers on that front side. And then as you move through to the B side, it's complementary in design. It's almost like the back layer of that front side. So you know it's going to coordinate perfectly. But if you're wanting that more subtle design, perhaps for a card where you've got more busy elements you're going to be placing over the top, then that B side is going to be absolutely ideal. These are just simply stunning. Think of cutting into these, snipping out those little butterflies, maybe decoupaging them over the top or using them as separate embellishments. You've got several of each design, which allows you to do just that. Think of snipping into these and you've got 4 different card fronts for your 6x6 inch cards. Just absolutely gorgeous colour tones, really vintage in design, so much detail, so much interest, and a whopping 36 sheets that you can be using in your scrapbooking, of course, but your card making, your box making, your home decor as well. Just absolutely gorgeous. You're going to be struggling to pick a favourite between the 2 paper pads, but don't worry, you don't need to, because not only are you getting that one, but you're getting both as part of this fabulous deal. Now, as we move on to the next paper pad, I'd say this one is perhaps a little bit more bright in terms of the colour tone, but equally stunning, and it's going to match perfectly and coordinate with your floral scrapbook too. Once again, the A side is a little bit more detail. You've got all of those layers onto that front side, and as we move through to the B side, you've got that complementary design, which is a little bit more sort of scaled back, more muted in design, but it's going to work perfectly with that front side. Once again, snipping into these, you're going to get the most beautiful decoupage. It could be separate embellishments too, and it's also uncoated, so again, you can be adding all of those different finishes if you so choose. Uncoated, 36 sheets, 12 by 12 inches in size, 180 GSM, makes it ideal for your matting and layering. It could be a die cutting, it could be your embossing as well. Stamp onto it too, and you're going to get the most beautiful creations, whether it's card making, scrapbooking, home decor and more. It's going to take you crafting the whole year through with those beautiful designs. So a whopping 72 sheets in total across your 2 paper pads. You have got your gorgeous floral scrapbook and you've got your meadow garden as well for an amazing price. 2 12 by 12 pads for £22.40 or $30.40. Now, when I started buying 12 by 12 pads, I'd be happily paying that for one, let alone two. Brand new, launched just a few weeks ago with your two gorgeous paper pads there. Definitely want to be adding into your basket, whether you're using them alongside that brand new launch or whether you're using them separately with other items in your crafty stash. They are going to be a go-to for many years to come, that is for certain. Now, we do bring to you some absolutely gorgeous card kits here at Crafters Companion. Of course, we've seen the launch of the brand new frame card kit, but we're bringing back one of our slightly older, I want to say maybe a couple, 2-3 months old, this gorgeous card kit. We want to give you the opportunity to get this if you missed out, or perhaps get another one if you've already used up all the gorgeous designs within this fabulous paper pad. Here is the opportunity to get yourself another for just £13.59 or $15.96. You're getting a whopping 18 sheets, and I love this because it's something a little bit different. What this allows you to create is it allows you to create your own toppers. So instead of bringing you the actual card base itself, it allows you to bring in other items that you've already got in your crafty stash, other maybe background papers, other card bases. You could even be adding this to that brand new card kit as well if you so choose. This allows you to layer up the most incredible designs. So you can see there you've got like your base plate, you've got your decoupage, so you can decoupage up the word, with this one being birthday, and you've got all your separate embellishments as well. You're getting multiples of each design, so if you want to further decoupage that up, add lots and lots of layers in with 4 of each design, it allows you to do just that. But if I flip this around and we see on the reverse, you can see all those gorgeous 6 different designs there that you've got as part of this fabulous paper pad here. I say paper pad, it's not paper at all, it is cardstock at 220 GSM, so you know these are going to be nice and sturdy when you are layering them together. You've got all of your different designs there, you've got everything for lots of different occasions, from birthdays to hellos to love to thank you, so it's going to take you crafting the whole year through. Of course, you can be following that almost like a step-by-step diagram and layering that up exactly as you see there, or you can be freestyling a little bit and mixing and matching with other elements and sort of going a little bit rogue and changing that up as you so choose. But you've got the ability to create 3 of each of those 6 different designs, so that ability and opportunity to create 18 different card toppers in total. These are really nice big size as well, so they're going to be perfect for your larger scale cards as well as your scrapbook pages too. £13.59 or $15.96 for that full paper pad there. And as we say, it is card rather than just paper. Now, before we get back over to Craig, we're going to say a few more hellos to everyone joining us over on the socials on this Tuesday afternoon. It's lovely to have your company. Now, of course, we do have the launch of the frame card kit today. We do have another launch coming up tomorrow, which we are very, very excited about. It is the Sarah Signature Age of Elegance collection. We did have to swap things a little bit around in the schedule. It was originally going to be today, but it is now going to be tomorrow. But we have got a treat for you today with this brand new launch of the frame card kit. So not just one launch today, a launch today and a launch tomorrow. So lots of goodies and lots of treats coming up this week on Crafters TV. And I have to say that launch tomorrow, oh my goodness me, it's absolutely stunning, so stay tuned for that one. I'm going to say hello to Christine, who's saying good morning / afternoon, everyone. And great idea coming in from Rosalind. She's saying this would make a cute shaker card. It certainly would. Now, we're going to get back over to Craig, because I think it might be a great minds think alike with that whole idea of the shaker card. But Craig, what have you got in store for us next?
Who just had that idea?
It was Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Is she on your wavelength? Ooh,
great minds think alike,
dangerous.
Rosalind. So, speaking to, as Lily's saying, we've got Jamie and we've got Johnny in the gallery. Speaking to Johnny before, so we've done a simple demo, do something a bit different, simple demo, something a bit different. We'll go that way so we can kind of mix it up and show you how you can then, of course, really break it out if you want. So, we're going to go in with the beautiful florals, which I'm just going to say, this one is going to work really well with the launch tomorrow.
Oh, it is, isn't
which
it?
I have to say, I'm glad that it's delayed till tomorrow, because it means I get to do it with Ben.
It does. He's very lucky, he's very excited, as we all are.
Which I do actually have to say, although we do our own prep, thank you, Lily, because you've helped me out with some prep packs.
I have done, yeah.
I was at Hobby Maker at the weekend, it was changed, I wasn't doing it, but I am now, so Lily's helped me out. So that's tomorrow.
He was working hard, Johnny. Johnny didn't say that. He was down at Hobby Maker working very, very hard, weren't you, Craig? I was watching on Saturday, he was working hard.
I was working very hard,
He
unlike the
was.
guys at Hobby Maker throwing me under the bus by telling everyone that I was out partying the night before, which I was, which most of you knew anyway, of course. So, so yes. lost my train of thought. I can't remember why Johnny just said. Oh,
we were
that's
talking
it,
about
helping
Age of
me out.
Elegance. That was it.
Helping Lily helped me out because I was a hobby maker. Nothing to do with the fact
Working
that I was
hard.
like partying as well at the same time. Just the switcheroo about. So yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. But yeah, this one would actually work well with what we've got launching tomorrow.
It
Now,
would.
what I've done here, just as you were speaking and going over everything, Lily, I've done what I'd done in the first demo. So I've put my tape all the way around, and I've done the same on the panels. Now, what I am going to do, although I've used the 12mm, I've also added a little bit of 3mm, because what I've done is on my glue tabs, I wanted to make sure I've got tape right to the edge, and that will become apparent just shortly. So every part that I've done my red liner tape, I've given myself an extra bit of the 3mm so that, and I just need to do it here, just so that, well, I'm going to tell you right now, we need to make sure that our shaker elements don't fall underneath the frame.
We don't want a leaky shaker, do we, Craig?
We definitely don't. And you know what would happen? It's not that it would probably leak, Lily. What would happen is it would fall underneath the panels and the columns, and you're not going to see the shaker elements. You'll hear it, but you'll not see them. Which
The
is
invisible
pretty,
shaker.
pretty pointless. So, got my tape there, made sure my glue panels have got tape on all of them. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to bring in the card. Now, this is when you're going to be, if you're an experienced crafter, you will be able to take this a lot further. So we're going to take our card blank, and then we're going to chop it down in half. Now, I don't need that, but there is now a beautiful card front, your nesting dies. If you're going to do what I'm away to do here a few times, you'll have spare ones, so do your decoupage if you want to. So if you start to cut and break down, which of course you've got 20 in total, or as Lily said, go for the showstopper, and an extra one, you've got loads. But what I do want is I just want that plain back panel here. And then what we can do is let's assemble all these parts as we've done in the first demo. So I'm going to go in where I've got my little kind of chamfered corner there. We're going to go and line that one up. So we're just going to line that up, make sure I know where my score line is, and then we're going to press that into place. We're going to bring our next one and taking that one off.
And if you are wanting red liner tape, we do have a fabulous bundle of your red liner tapes over on the website. You're getting 2 of the 12, 2 of the 6 and 2 of the 3 as well. So they're going to be ideal for creating all of your construction, just like this fabulous card kit.
It's just, they really are beautiful design. They are all a coated cardstock.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. Usually when it comes to things such as our papers and that, we always say they're uncoated. Whereas it comes to most of our card kits, they're all a coated cardstock. But it just then means you've got that extra stability to them. Again, taking off my red liner, you can still, the card that I'm doing right now, or the project I'm doing right now, yes, you can absolutely use your tape runner, but as you say, and you'll probably find yourself, you'll probably get it home, and you'll probably use your tape runner, and then you'll probably use your red liner tape, and then you'll think, yeah, I see what Craig means by, it just seems to have a little bit extra strength and structure when it comes to your red liner tape. So I'm going to take these ones off here. I'm just going to say what I said within the first demo, you know, prime example, Leanne, red liner tape. Leanne prefers to take one strip off at a time. Everyone's different. I do prefer to take them all off. I'm going to leave these back ones just for a moment, and then we're going to assemble it exactly as we've done within the first demonstration. So we're going to fold them as if we're creating that box corner. So fold, tuck, and then I'm just going to press in here. And then what we're going to do is, let's just lift this up so that doesn't stick down. We're then going to take these ones off. So fold that one over. You can fold them back on themselves just now because we're not having to put pressure just yet. Take that off. If you're going to be, because it is a coated cardstock, if you're going to use your wet glue, use your tacky glue. It's another good one to use.
Okay.
The only thing, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, if you use your tacky glue, Lily, when you cross over here, your tacky, there's a lot more give as it goes in there. Because I'm using my red liner tape, because you've got that extra strength within the red liner tape, I can press that, that's now held. Whereas with your tacky glue, because you have to put pressure, there's no give underneath, so it just falls in.
Oh, yeah.
So just keep that in mind if you are using your tacky glue. You might just have to sit with maybe your scoring tool, pop down the back, but you can just go in and then press in. The red liner tape grabs. We're going to then align and then press that one up, press that in, and then we're going to turn, and then we're going to press that in here. So what I'm then doing is, whereas we would usually put, so you can see that's it now assembled, we would then put it on our card front. We're going to pop it onto that panel that we've got. Now, before we do that, let me take some, I'm going to take some satin ribbon that I've got here. And let's take, I'm going to give Jamie a helping hand. We're going to move my glass mat up. All that I'm doing is I'm roughly, let's go the 2-inch mark.
Okay.
And let's also come in at roughly the 2-inch mark, which is 5. And then let's trim that off there. Let's bring this one back in. I'm also just giving it an extra helping hand, pop in a little bit more of my red liner tape over my ribbon. And then we can take that off like so. And then now what we can do is we can back that back panel over the back. And I know this is white, but you'll see it doesn't really matter because you're not going to see the back if you use it in the way that I'm going to use it. Turn that around. So to start with, there's a hanging box frame that you can then decorate if you want. That one there, what I did do is I'd already trimmed it down, mat and layer. You could stick it in and then of course have your ribbon at the top. But we're not going to do that. I've got a photo of, they are my cousins, but they're more like my brother and sister, Lou and Dan. That was me packing my craft room in Scotland when I first moved here.
Oh, blimey.
Way,
that was
way
stressful.
back there. Very, very stressful. They did help, Johnny. They did. Yeah, they did. But then I did buy them like lots of takeaways and all that as a thank you. Now I've cut that to size so it's going to sit nicely in the middle here. But what we're going to do is let's take another one. So we're going to take another one here.
Okay.
Take that out, and then I'm going to bring in my guillotine. Now, where we've got our score lines, essentially, what I want, Lily, is I just want that outer frame.
Okay, right.
Remember, you're getting 5 designs, you're getting 4 of each, so that's 20 in total. Now, don't think, oh, Craig, you are wasting all that cardstock. You know the backgrounds that I like to do, my strip backgrounds with all my offcuts. Keep these and start to create all your different backgrounds by strip after strip after strip. So nothing like that is going to go to waste. But we're just going to cut around where we've got the score lines. So that one, I just need to check where my score line is. We're going to line that one up. And then I'm just going to neaten that edge here, so I'm just trimming it ever so slightly, give myself just a neat edge. It's still pretty much going to be 5 by 7.
Okay.
I'm just wanting that neat edge there. Let me just trim that bit.
That design is beautiful. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's a really nice one. And even if you did want this as a frame, but you want it flat, do exactly what I'm doing here, and then you're going to have that flat frame. And then, of course, what am I going to do here? We cannot do with the guillotine, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and then I'm going to cut in. So just that inner panel that I want to take away.
Yeah.
We're going to do the same. I'm folding it so I can visually see where I'm cutting, and then we're going to then cut, up, lift, and then what we've now got is that beautiful frame. So we've now gone from a 3D box frame to a flat frame.
Wow, talk about versatile,
Very, very versatile. And then we're going to bring in some acetate. So this is our construction acetate, although you can use your heat-proof acetate, your thinner acetate.
All right, yep.
Because this is just going to be kind of like a casing, just to encapsulate our shaker elements. So that can go over the top here. We can then put more tape round the side, work our way around, make sure that we've got a good adhesion. And although this is going to be a shaker, we don't need any foam for this.
Okay.
Set that out the way for now. I'm going to bring it, and in actual fact, I was going to add this on foam pads, but because I'm doing this as a shaker, let's take my foam pads off and keep this flat, so we'll get more of a shake from the shaker.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that off and just take that off. And then if I bring in my tape runner, so add my tape, I'm going to go right to the edges as well. And then before I put that in, what I'm doing is I'm just pressing. Remember, I went right up to the edge with my 3mm tape?
Yep.
That is so no bits of your shaker elements are going to fall down the back.
Okay.
So I'm going to then line that one up. You can use wet glue for this if you find it hard to line up. So I'm going to press that in. And then I didn't want anything overpowering, so I've just got some of our AB shaker sequence that we've done in the past. Again, I don't want too much either, just a nice little amount. And then we can bring back in the frame, and then I'm just going to make sure that it's the same way. And the reason I want to have it the same way is so that the design flows all the way around. So we're going to align that up like so. Let's press that in. So we've now gone from what will be, Lily, that, to then just a box frame on its own, to just a card front on its own, to now home decor, which you can do your flower forming flowers round the sides, your paper flowers down the side, and because we've put our red liner tape right to the edge, they're not going to fall under the panels. And this is what I was meaning, where if I didn't, these could fall underneath the channel and the panels. You're not going to see the shaker, but you'll hear it. Whereas that way, we've seen it, and we've turned one of the framed card kits into a home decor box frame.
Amazing. That is absolutely fabulous, and it goes to show if you are a little bit more experienced in your crafting, if you want to take this kit one step further, then absolutely you can do that, and you can create the most beautiful home decor pieces. Now, we do have the details on the screen for that fantastic card kit on its own. You do have the showstopper as well if you're wanting those extra goodies with the adhesives, the card and the scoreboard. But if you just wanted to go for that fabulous brand new card kit on its own, it gives you the ability to create 20 cards with matching box envelopes. So that's 60 elements in total. That's just £19.99 or $23.96 with 50 bonus points as well. Don't forget as well with that one, it's not limited to one per customer. So if you want to go for multiples, maybe you've got a craft group or craft classes that you run, perhaps you love crafting with the kids or the grandkids, then why not pick up a couple of those? And of course, you will be getting multiples of those bonus points as well. Fabulous deal on that brand new item. Now we are going to give you just a few moments to check out those carts. Maybe you've got items that's sitting in there, you just want that opportunity to press checkout, making sure that those goodies are going to be winging their way to you. Then this is the opportunity to do just that. We'll be back in just a couple of moments.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and there could be commercial meetings, there could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it, experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great, and if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yoghurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this. Nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. Have you picked up your brand new card kit yet? Lots of you going for that already. Whether you're going for the card kit on its own or whether you're going for the showstopper, terrific deals to be had on both of those different items. But we're going to mix things up a little bit for this next part of the show. We're going to be bringing you some of our newer items that perhaps you might have missed. And first up, we're going to start off with one of my absolute favourites, and I have to sort of get my muscles up, ready to lift this up because you have got so many papers in here. It weighs an absolute ton. You are getting so many gorgeous papers within your My Special Papers box too. You're getting a whopping 240 sheets as part of this incredible collection of papers. Some of your older favourites that we've brought back, some new designs as well that you might not have seen before. Just £39.99 or $47.96 for this whole collection of papers. It's absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it's not just about those beautiful papers inside. It comes in the most beautiful presentation box as well, so it's going to make an ideal gift. Store them in this box as well. You know they're going to be housed perfectly. No dog-eared corners to your papers as well. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love this collection. I know Craig wants to take you through some of the designs as well, so I know you love this one as much as I do.
Oh, I do. I really, really do. Absolutely beautiful. Obviously, this is kind of like the second in the series of my special paper pads. Do you know what? Before I actually show you some of them, let's look at some finished samples.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's lovely to use them, of course, of the background of your card, your mats and layers, but then you can still bring in your scoreboard. This is now a great time to bring in your Ultimate Pro, bring in your template library, bring in your layout collection, bringing in the easel drawer set as well, decorating all of these with the My Special paper pads, all your dies from other collections as well. There really is lots and lots of ways. I mean, just bringing in bits that have been left over, offcuts, and then just centralising them within your cardstock. We are going to be having a look on Launch Party where we're going to demo them, and a couple of the demos we're going to do this. Now, I posted this over the weekend and you guys went crazy for it, this notelet set. So we're going to do that within launch party later on. We're going to make the notelets, we're going to make the envelope.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, we're going to then make the little box for them to go into. So we're going to do that later on, but you can be making that. What about gift bags as well that you can make? What about using them for rosettes in the back panels? You're going to be able to use them for all these different ways. But the amount that you're getting your 240, 160 GSM, and they're all single-sided. Now, I was saying this at the weekend across on Hobby Maker, where I always find it's kind of like 50-50, half like double-sided and half like single-sided. So all our paper pads are, 99.9% of them are all double-sided, so it's nice every now and again to bring in some that are single-sided. So we're going to do it on overhead because there's loads and loads to be shown. Now, you've got some of your woodwork in there. My absolute favourite paper pads are woodwork panelling. Absolutely love them. But then you've got some of your wildflowers, you've got your pastels, your butterflies, you've got vintage, you've got script work, you've got sepia work in there as well. You've got the subtle designs, bold designs, some are like framed work, some are edge to edge, some of your postage stamps that you can see here. That's just one lot of them. But then you're going to still be getting all of these. Remember, these all come in that box. So as well as like the wildflowers, there's more of your paneling in there. You're kind of getting that artist look when it comes to some of the florals, like that one there.
Beautiful.
Go in with your shimmer palettes, go in with your sparkle pens, glossy highlights, all of these. Go in with all of your foiling and your Stay Sticky pen with the Gildan flakes. These you can then start to chop down. You're getting 2 designs of each. So if we start showing you all of these ones, there really is loads and loads. I mean, can you imagine as well if I bring in, have I got an actual framework? Let's see. Nope, I don't. But I was just a way to show you, if you were bringing in one of the box frames and just centralising it over, let's bring it, there we go. Can you imagine one of the box frames from today's launches?
Oh,
just
yeah.
sectioning that off. And because you've got 2 sheets, it does then mean that you can maybe decoupage the butterflies if you want to. So this is where you can start to look and see what you've got. But you've got some of your greens, your olives, one of my favourites there. I love that one there. It's kind of as if someone, with the wood panelling, and just gone in with some light paint and just flicked it on. It's not, it's like feathers and it's leaves, but it just gives you that distressed look, and then you're still getting all of these as well.
There's so much, isn't there?
There
It's
really,
amazing.
really is. There is so much. We'll show you them later on as well within Launch Party when we'll do a few demos with these ones here. But if you just love your single-sided, then of course this is definitely the one for you. Or sometimes you're just never sure about a certain paper to use. You know that if you go into this bundle here, that you've got the natural look, the bright look, you've got the pastel look, all these different looks within that. And and it is a substantial box that it comes in as well, Lily.
Wow, amazing. You're getting a whopping 240 sheets there as part of that collection with your My Special Papers #2 box. That's £39.99 or $47.96. Now, if you're absolutely loving the look of that and you're thinking, do you know what, 240 sheets is not enough. If you buy 2, you're going to save 20%, and if you buy 3, you're going to save 30%. So it's kind of like the more you buy, the more you save with those fantastic My Specials paper boxes. So if you want loads and loads and oodles of papers, then definitely do think about multi-buying with those fantastic My Specials papers box. Now, if it's dies that you're after, we have got a fantastic collection for you, and this is all about our gorgeous corner edgeables. Again, these are a fairly new item to us here at Crafters Companion, launched just a few weeks ago with Sarah, and my goodness me, you guys absolutely lapped these up. You went for these in your droves. But if you've not seen these before, or maybe you've been sitting on the fence thinking, shall I get them, shall I not? Today is definitely the day to pick these up because they are absolutely stunning. You're getting a collection of 9 different dies here for a Platinum Club price today of £64 or $72.90. And you're getting a beautiful mix of different styles, different sort of genres of designs with this fantastic collection. So first up, we're going to start off with our Fairy Tale Rose. I'm looking at this one now and I'm thinking tomorrow's launch might work quite beautifully with this one as well. If you love your paper piecing, then absolutely go in, maybe with a little bit of selective paper piecing with that one. It's going to work an absolute treat. Now, sticking on with that beautiful floral theme, we've got our daisies. Maybe you've got our Nature's Garden Delightful Daisies collection. This, of course, is going to go hand in hand with this beautiful die. The beauty with these absolutely gorgeous corner edgeables is that they cut along that corner there, but that section there actually stays within your cardstock. So that means that piece of cardstock can be as long or as short as you so choose. That option is entirely down to you. Next up, we have got our floral bouquet, another one that's going to work beautifully with all those paper piecing techniques. The most incredible fine detail that you've got with this die. Some of those lines are just super, super intricate. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, I know so many of you guys at home love your peacocks. Maybe you had that beautiful Nature's Garden peacock collection that we brought to you a few years ago. I know I've got just a few sheets of that 12 by 12 paper pad left that I kind of don't dare cut into because it is so absolutely stunning. This is going to work hand in hand with that. Just absolutely gorgeous. The level of detail within that plumage is absolutely stunning. Snip into that as well, maybe paper piece specific elements. A gold drop shadow on that is going to look absolutely incredible as well, but that is an absolute stunner. Look at that, wowzers. Next up, we have something that maybe is going to be perfect for those masculine cards as well, with your Into the Woods. Maybe you've got different character stamps and dies that you want to pop alongside that tree. It could be deers, it could be stags, it could even be reindeer for Christmas if you're bringing in some of those glitters and those faux snows as well. But this is one that works perfectly all year round for the 4 different seasons just by changing up those colourways. Now, next up, we have our delightful peonies. Once again, stunning detail within this one. It's going to work beautifully with all those paper piecing techniques or bringing those alcohol markers and start to colour that up. An absolute dream. Next up, we could not bring to you a collection, could we, without a few butterflies, and this is an absolute stunner. You get that pair of butterflies in there that, of course, work beautifully with that corner edgeable concept that we have with these dies, but also maybe multiple cut these and actually snip out those butterflies, either to use as separate embellishments or to layer over the top of that gorgeous corner edgeable. I absolutely adore that. I think it's beautiful. Then next up, we have got our lovely hearts. Going to be perfect for weddings, for anniversaries, or for Valentine's Day as well. Really easy one to paper piece as well, with them being slightly larger aspects that we've got on there. So if you're new to paper piecing, then an ideal one to start off with. Woo, and blimey. Final one of the collection, all 9 dies, don't forget you're getting as part of this collection, is the fabulous After the Ball. I'm thinking it could be wedding cards, could be for your bridesmaids, it could be prom cards, just birthday cards or anniversary cards. It's going to work an absolute treat with as well. Beautiful, stunning detail once again. Adding a few pearls, a few gems to that dress there is going to enhance it even further. All 9 die sets there, and they are really good sized dies. They're going to be that focal point on your cards and other projects. All 9 die sets there for £64 or $79.20. Now, you've seen all the designs that you're getting as part of this collection. We'll have a little look now at some of the samples with Craig, because these are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they, Craig?
They are. They're not just, of course, any edgeable. They're really sizable ones. As Lily was saying, all the different kind of techniques that you can do, whether it's simply just colouring them with your alcohol pens or your water-based pens. They are really beautiful. Bringing in your fusion film as well. All of these elements you're going to be able to combine, or just really, really simply pop them on the edge of your card, cut them out, and then, of course, that's your card done. So it is kind of your edgeable with that create a card factor. Paper piecing on the back, layering the paper onto the back, just going in with some of the papers from my special paper pads. What about same die, but offsetting it, creating it as a double corner, but then lifting up within the foam pads. Going in with your glitters, as Lily was saying, onto the background, depending on the flower, that one there being the daisy, going in with the flowers. But then it could be square card. It doesn't have to be kind of like your 4x6. It can be any of your larger cards. You just need to do a little bit of trimming. These ones here, really simple, but coming in with your beautiful colours that you choose to use. And then this one that we'll do within Launch Party, and it's actually showing how to use it as a separate topper. So it's not actually on the edge of your card, it's using it to create a topper and then decorating your card that way.
Wow, absolutely stunning. So many different options there, Craig. Those are beautiful dies, and you're getting all 9 die sets there for £64 or $79.20. A fabulous deal on some absolutely gorgeous dies. Now, we have had a few comments, a few questions as well coming through. A little question for you, Craig, on the fabulous My Special paper box that we just had a little look at coming in. Do you know what GSM the paper is in the box, please?
Yes, they are. They're 160 GSM. So you get 240 and they're 160 GSM, all of them.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Craig. So much love coming in for that fabulous My Special Papers box. We have got Janice who's saying, loving the demos, Craig. Thank you. They have been fabulous so far. And then we've still got another hour left of this fantastic launch day. So lots more inspiration to come throughout the remainder of the show as well. We've got Janice also saying that these papers are simply divine. Aren't they absolutely stunning? It's one of those, you go through the papers, you think, which one am I going to play with first? Because they are all absolutely beautiful. We've got Evelyn saying, I received my Special Paper box 2 last week. She went through the box and touched every piece of paper. She loves the look of those papers. The colours are so vibrant. Aren't they just absolutely stunning? So many of you loving that My Special Papers box. I think if you got the first one, you kind of have to have the second one, don't you? Just think in your shelves and your craft room, having the number 1 next to the number 2, they're going to look absolutely stunning, and so many gorgeous papers for you to get playing with. Absolutely love all the different designs. I love the fact that some of them are some of our much loved designs from years gone by that we have brought back as well. So definitely one to be checking out. Absolutely stunning collection of papers. Now, welcome back to Crafters TV. If you're just joining us, we are in the midst of a fantastic launch day show, which is all about that gorgeous framed card kit collection. We have got another hour as part of this launch day, so lots more inspiration to bring to you throughout the remainder of this show. Now, if you are just joining us, let's take you through this gorgeous collection because it's brand new. You've never seen this before. This is the first time we are bringing to you this here at Crafters TV, and it's an absolute stunner. Now, as part of our showstopper, it's not just about the card kit, and we will have a little look at that in more detail in just a few moments' time, but it's about all those gorgeous extra goodies that you're getting as well. So as part of this deal, for just an extra £10, you are getting not only your fabulous Scoremaster scoreboard, which is the fabulous one that's about A4 in size. You've got your metric and your imperial on the 2 different sides, so it is double-sided, and you've got your box making technology built into that one as well. You're also getting 10 sheets of your fabulous Centura Pearl cardstock, that one being your Snow White hint of silver. Beautiful single-sided cardstock that scores like a dream. You can use it for your construction, for your card bases, for your matting and layering, die cutting, and so much more besides. You're also then getting your fabulous 22 metres of your super strong tape pen there at the bottom that you can see, all as part of that fabulous collection. But of course it is all about that fantastic brand new frame card kit, and these are going to create you the most beautiful show-stopping makes. They're a lot easier to put together than it actually looks like. So for each card that you're going to create, if of course you are creating them as they're intended, and by the way, there is all instructions included in that collection as well. So if you are a little bit lost, not quite sure how to put these together when you get them home, you get those full step-by-step instructions with photos included. So it is super simple to just follow along and pop these together. So you get your main card element. It is scored in the centre as well, and you are getting 5 gorgeous different designs, 4 of each. So that's the first part to create your card, and then you've also got the die cut and once again scored sort of frame section of your card. You're going to pop that out, you're going to stick it together, and you're going to get the most gorgeous 3D frame cards. Now we are not just including all the elements to create those cards, we're also including your fabulous quality box envelopes as well. Once again, all die cut and pre-scored as well, but you've got that beautiful gold foiling in the centre. These are just absolutely stunning. How luxurious do these look? If you're making to sell your cards, these are going to look incredible on your craft stalls or maybe on your websites where you're selling these. These are just that touch of luxury, that extra touch of elegance that are really going to set off your cards absolutely beautifully. You've got the ability to create 20 different cards with their matching box envelopes as well as part of that fabulous collection. In your showstopper, don't forget you're getting the collection, you're getting your scoreboard, your cardstock and your tape pen for £27.99 or $31.96 with as well 100 bonus points as part of that offering. So a fantastic one if you're brand new to crafting, you want something that's going to be nice and quick and easy to create the most show-stopping, stunning cards, or if you are advanced and maybe have been crafting for quite a few years, of course you can sort of freestyle, mix it up a little bit, maybe do some shaker cards like Craig has shown us on the first part of this show, or maybe mixing and matching with different items you've already got in your crafty stash to take it that little bit further. So that's your showstopper, all those extra goodies included for just an extra £10. Now if you're wanting to go for your fabulous new collection on its own, you do have the ability to get that as an individual item if you so choose. You get those whopping 60 elements, which allows you to create 20 cards with 20 envelopes for £19.99 or $23.96 with those extra 50 bonus points. But of course, if you're going for your showstopper, there's nothing stopping you whatsoever from going for an extra of those individual kits, which is going to give you the ability to create 40 beautiful cards. 50 bonus points with that beautiful card kit on its own. Now, we've already had two absolutely stunning demos from Craig with this collection. I know he's got more of his crafty sleeves. So Craig, what have we got coming up next?
So I know I said we were going to do basic and then a little bit more detailed, basic, a little bit more detailed, but let's just dive in and do something another a little bit detailed, because the construction of it is very similar to what you would do for the basic form. We're just going to extend it. But let's show you the 5 that you can make. So you've got the 20 in total. You've got 5 designs, as Lily said, and you're able to then make 4 of each. That is if you use them just in the way that they're intended here. So they're 5 by 7 in size. You've got the card blank, and then you've got your frame to go with it. You've got Happy Birthday, and then you've got Just to Say. And then the other 3 have no sentiment, so that's entirely up to you if you, of course, want to come along and then add your own sentiments, your little flowers, your say that again, Craig.
Oh, here we go.
I can't even get the words
Do you want
out
me to say it for you? Flower forming foam.
That's it, thank you. Yes, you get there. Get there in the end.
At least you've not got the brand in front. Do you remember the other brand that began with an F?
Yes.
Yeah. That was a very hard one.
That was really hard, that one. Yeah, definitely don't want to start saying that one. But it's bad enough with the flower forming foam.
Not after the weekend you've had, that's for sure.
Yeah, nice one, Lily. Nice one, Lily. There you go. Everyone's thinking it. Everyone's thinking it. Just to say, if you are going to be doing that shaker that I'd done beforehand, that still fits in there as well. I would put the side with the ribbon in first, but it still just fits in there, so no problem at all. And then you've got the 20 of them as well. So let's dive in here. Now, this one won't fit in the box envelope, but then you'll be able to keep that and use that for other projects. So let's go in with the champagne glass here. Let's not say what everyone's thinking. Let's not say.
I won't say anything, I'll be quiet.
Actually, I wasn't on the champagne at the weekend, no. It was on the gin. Drink responsibly. So let's take the back off of these ones. So nothing different. I've taken the 2 tabs that come within the die cut sheet. Everything is die cut for you to then pop out. As I said at the start, yes, you can be using your tape runner that you get included within the showstopper. However, I do just feel that it's, for me anyway, it's a little bit easier using my red liner tape. So we're going to press that in. And then we're going to press the next one in here. So we're going to line that up to the score line that's already there. And then we're just going to fold all of these edges here. I'm going to fold them first, and then I'm going to give them a burnish. Now, within the instructions, it does say that you can enhance the lines if you want with the scoreboard, which of course you get within the showstopper, and absolutely that is an option, but I have not pre-folded these beforehand, and you can see how they're just popping in my hands. They're just folding really, really easily without the need of an additional scored element. If you want to do that, it's entirely up to yourself. But we're just going to then fold these ones in and then fold these ones back, and then I'm going to then take that off. And I know I've said this a few times already, but just in case anyone's just joining, if you're like me, I like to take my red liner tape off all of the sections to start with. If you're a little bit wary, if you're like Leanne who likes to do section by section, then by all means you can do. No right or wrong, it's just a personal preference.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to take these off here. So I'm just going to leave these inner ones just now, because then if I take them off, they could stick to each other. So that's why I always just leave the middle ones. And then we're just going to fold and press, and then fold and press. So if you're familiar with making your boxes or your box envelopes, then it's exactly what we're doing here. But all the scoring, all the measuring, everything's already done for you. So we're then going to tuck these ones in and then tuck that back. We're going to then bring the next one. We're going to then just tuck that one in and then tuck that one back. And I think these are a beautiful card and a beautiful project to make. Whereas, you know what, yeah, we do our stamps and our creative cards and all of our folders and that you can spend as long as you want. But sometimes, not only do you want a quick card, but you want a detailed dimensional card. And that's exactly what these give you, is that detail and that dimension. And then here, what we're just going to do is we're just going to overlap, press over the red liner tape, is then going to grab. I'm just going to keep turning it around the way that feels easier for myself. And then we're just going to hold, and then we're going to press, we're going to turn, and then we're just going to line up straight and press. And then if it doesn't quite grab, just go back, and then we're going to press like so. Now at this point, what we're going to do is, we've got, of course, the card blank for it that you can see here. Now we're going to chop it in half again.
Okay.
So let's take our guillotine and I'm going to chop that in half. Now that we can use elsewhere and at another time. So we're going to keep this at the 7" because the card blanks and the frames are 5 by 7.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them to 1 1/4 inches. So keeping it at 7" in length, and then we're going to trim at 1 1/4, and I just need 2 of these. So I've got the 2, and then I could be using my edgeable dies and that for all these little bits that are left over. And then the other thing that I'm going to bring in is just a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to trim this to just a couple of millimetres shy of 5 by 7.
Okay.
Now when you see what I'm going to do, you can change the colour of this. It doesn't have to be white. So for this one, let's bring in our frame, and I'm going to pop that over the back here. Now we say cardstock, this could be some pattern paper if you want it to be. So I turn that around. We've now got our box frame where we've got the framework and then we've got a white back panel. You're going to do that another twice.
Okay.
Now at this point you could stick them together.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Or of course you could stick them together. Just so happens I had a fourth one ready to go. So you can start to offset them that you can see. So if you want to create that collage on the wall in your living room of that, then of course you can do that. Now I do only need the 3 of them. So let's set that to the side, and then let's bring in the 2 panels that I've already cut. We're going to come along now with our scoreboard, and then we're going to score that at that halfway point. So it's the 1 notch over the 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And then we're going to do the same with the second one. And then we're just going to score. And because it is a coated cardstock, I want to say it's round about, it's between 300 GSM and 350 GSM. I couldn't see it on the packaging. I don't know if you could, Lily, but...
I did have a little look earlier, but I couldn't see it.
No. It's definitely round about the 300 GSM.
I would say so, yeah.
Really, really
Minimum.
quite thick and substantial. So we're going to fold, and I'm going to fold them a few times because I really want to stretch all the fibres. And we're going to do the same with the second one.
I have to say I'm intrigued where this is going, Craig. I'm not quite sure how this is going to end up, but I'm looking forward to seeing the end result.
Hopefully,
intrigued.
hopefully you'll like it. And then I'm going to go in once again with my trusted red liner tape, or your tape runner, or of course your tacky glue or your choice of adhesive. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to add the tape onto the coloured side. So whichever design that you're using, add the tape to the coloured side. So I'm going to then pop my tape on there, like so. One of them will be going that way. So we've got our mountain, or we've got our point, and then the other one will be going the opposite way, a valley, like a V. So let's quickly bring in me and my mum, me and Clemmy, and me and my auntie/godmother, my Auntie Jane here. So these here are 2 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Now you would be able to get your photo a little bit bigger if you want, because you'll see here I've still got plenty of scope there. So if you wanted your photo to be bigger, But all that I'm going to do with these three, Lily, just for the next few seconds, is just mat and layer these together on white and a bit of green card.
Oh, perfect. Now, our Jamie Nario has done a little bit of research and he has confirmed that fantastic card kit is 300 GSM in weight. So a really nice heavyweight cardstock that you've got there with that fantastic frame card kit. And I presume it's the same in the envelopes. I presume they're 300 GSM as well. So they're going to be really nice and sturdy. And making sure that even if you're adding heavier items to these card kits, maybe it's going to be some of your flower forming flowers, maybe it's going to be some of your metal charms and embellishments. Even if you're adding on those heavier items, then you know that that box envelope is going to be nice and strong and sturdy to house your fabulous finished cards.
Absolutely. So I think of all your decoupage pads that you've got,
yeah.
you know, I think your fabulous fuchsias, all of them that we've done, the hydrangea, all of them, you can start to then bring in and frame, and then we're just going to bring that last one. Now, the reason I've chosen green is because we've got nods of green throughout this one here. So that's why I've chosen green. So I'm going to go me and Clemmy in the middle, me and my mum to the left, and myself and my godmother to the right-hand side. So we're going to, let's go, I'm going to add them in last. So let's bring these in here. So we're going to take our tape off. So let's bring the tape off here. So let's take that one off. Now, this one, we want to close like that. So what I'm going to do, you can do this in whichever way that you want. So I'm just going to align them, hold them up. So again, they're going to close in on themselves.
Right, yeah.
And then I'm going to bring in the panel. And because I've cut it to 1 1/4 by 7, it's going to be the exact width and exact height. The only thing that I'm doing is my score line, visually, I'm just making sure it's down the centre of my frame. So if I press that in and then open up, and the reason I put the tape on the purple side, Lily, is so when you see the hinge, you see the purple, and it all blends in together. So we've got our first one. Now this one, what's going to happen is it's going to fold back on itself. So these two are folding in. If we ignore that one for now, this one is then going to fold back on itself. So we're going to take our tape and we're going to then take that one off, and then we're going to take that one off there. Now this one, because that's then going to open that way, what we're going to do is we're going to then pop them together, and then we're going to align that one up, and then we're going to line this one up. So this one, by all means, if you find it easier with your tacky glue, use that. You just need to let it dry. But then what we're going to do, so this is where, it's not that side, caught myself out the last time here. So for this one, what we need to do is on the back. So I'll show you that in a second. So we're going to go on the back like so. So we're going to bring that one in, and then we're going to line that one up, making sure it's nicely aligned, lift, pull. So then that's folding back on itself. So we've now got the three that fold together. So that one is a valley. So that one's going to be having that hinge between the two of them. This last one here, the hinge is going to be a valley, but to the back. Now you can of course add pattern papers or cardstock to decorate the back if you want, but then what we can do, and for this one I am going to use my wet glue just to give me that little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to go in with my tacky glue.
I'm just thinking, if you know when you cut your card base in half, if you've got the pattern paper left over from that, you could be adding that onto the back, couldn't you? Yeah.
That's a really, really good idea. And this is where all these different strips that you've got, you're going to be able to then use, you're going to be able to cover. And this is where I was saying the white on the back, that could have been pattern paper, that could be lilac, that could be pinks, depending on which one you're going to use. And then you can come in with little flowers or little butterflies or dragonflies. But we can then take our final photo and press that in. So the three of them will fold together, maybe a little ribbon band or something like that to hold it in. But then by simply adding in 2 strips, 1 1/4 by 7 inches, folded down in half, And then, of course, you can start to add more decoupage, more detail if you want, but that's then turn in. Let's take that one. Taken, it says, that one is how it's intended. You've now still got that front there to be using wherever you want, and we've turned 3 of them into, of course, a little bit of home decor, and you could do 4 and you can do 5 if you want.
Wow, that is absolutely stunning. What a fabulous demonstration of how you can take these kits one step further. It's not just about creating, as the instructions suggest, by creating that fabulous card. It's about taking it a little bit further if you so choose, creating those home decor projects, creating different styles of card. That choice is entirely yours. Now, fantastic showstopper deal on your screens there. You get that 3-piece collection with your showstoppers. You get the main kit, you get your scoreboard, you get your 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl, and you get that fabulous tape pen as well for £27.99 or $31.96 with 100 bonus points on top of that as well. Now, we got these back in stock, I want to say just a couple of weeks ago now, and they are absolutely gorgeous. They flew out when we launched them, I want to say birthday last year. It was birthday last year. I remember I was lucky enough to do one of the shows with Leanne, and I was absolutely mesmerised by how gorgeous these are. These are a stunning Shimmer watercolour palette collection. It's a 3-piece collection. £39.98 or $47.92. Now I'm going to show you all the colours that you get as part of your fantastic paints, but as part of this deal, when you buy the 2 fabulous palettes, you are also getting a pack of your paint brushes for absolutely free, which is of course going to work hand in hand with these paints or any other painting medium that you are crafting with. It's going to work hand in hand with that as well. So first up, we have our beautiful Sunbeam. Now our 2 different palettes in here. One is designed for your light colours of cardstock, which is our Sunbeam that we're looking at here, and the other one is designed for your darker colours of cardstock. So they're being designed specifically to work best on those sorts of surfaces. You are getting a whopping 24 colours in each, which of course is giving you 48 different paints in total across a full collection. And these are the most gorgeous shimmering paints. Just as it catches the light there, you can just see that incredible shimmer and shine that we have on these. You've got a full spectrum of colours here, the whole rainbow that you need to get crafting with. You've got your reds, your pinks, your browns, even that absolutely stunning shadow there. And with these being water-based, it means, of course, using them straight from the palette, you're going to get that richest, most sort of opaque colour there. But if you want to go in, if you want to dilute that down, bring in your water brushes, bring in those paint brushes with your water, and you can start to dilute those down almost out to nothing. But because they are so packed full of that shimmer, it means even when you're adding water, you still get that absolutely fabulous pearl essence. It's almost like creating your own custom coloured of Centura Pearl cardstock. So that's your Sunbeam. Those are the ones that are going to be ideal for working onto your lighter colours of cardstock. But we are also including another 24 paints, and this is our Moonbeam. So you can see here, these are really rich, really opulent, a little bit more moody, if you like, with these. Quite atmospheric as well, if you want them to be. 24 colours are going to work best onto your darker colours of cardstock, whether that's your black cardstock or maybe even your craft cardstock, dark blues, any of those darker surfaces that you're working onto, these are going to work even better. I mean, look at that sheen there. That is absolutely incredible. From a water-based paint to get that level of shimmer onto your cardstocks is just absolutely outstanding. You can see all those gorgeous colourways there. Have some fabulous names as well. You've got things like fairy wings in there. You've got gingerbread. Just makes me think of Christmas. Be here before we know it, that's for sure. You've got your fuchsias, you've got your dahlia, working alongside some of your stamps that you've got in your crafty stash already, or just creating your backgrounds onto your watercolour cardstock. These are going to work an absolute treat. Just beautiful shimmering colours. You've got 48 different colours within this collection, and when you're going for this deal, you're going to get a pack of those 3 different paint brushes for absolutely nothing included as well, which is fantastic. £39.98 or $47.92 for all of that shimmering goodness and your paint brushes as well. Now, something that we've seen featured throughout the demonstrations already today with Craig, and it's an absolute must-have when it comes to all of those construction projects. They are absolutely fabulous, super sticky, super clear, your red liner tape. You're getting a pack of 6 different rolls there. You're getting 2 of your 12mm, 2 of your 6mm, and 2 of your 3mm as well for a fantastic Platinum Club price today of just £10.40 or $22.40. And with that being a pack of 6, it certainly is going to provide you with plenty of sticking power, that is for certain. Really fabulous, strong adhesive, great for your construction, great for your acetate as well. Anything that's perhaps a little bit more sticky, tricky to stick down, then that's going to be the one to go for sure. Now, before we get into that next demonstration with Craig, we have got a few more comments coming through. Everyone is loving Craig's demonstrations this afternoon. There's been some absolute corkers, that is for certain. Elizabeth is saying this looks so good, I love it. Oh, we've got Cat Butt joining us saying, hi lovely Lily, Bonnie Lag Craig. Body Lag Craig over there. We've got Team and Crafties. These kits are great for everyone, novice or expert. Much love everyone. Couldn't agree. They are great whether you're an experienced crafter or whether you're brand new to crafting as well. Elizabeth is saying she's so beautiful. She loves the idea. Lynn Morton is saying she's got a photo frame set like this at home. Oh, with the kids in each frame. Oh, what a lovely idea. Could be all of your pets. Maybe you've got 3 doggies. 1 doggy in each.
Yeah.
Completely up to you how you're choosing to use these, but it just goes to show it's not just about creating your cards, it's about those home decor pieces as well. But Craig, what have you got coming up next?
I thought, right, will we just go right back to where we started at the show?
Oh, yeah.
So anyone that maybe didn't see that, we'll do one right from the very beginning and show you how they come here. So you've got your box envelope. Now the box envelope, as well as the actual frame kits, they are all 5 by 7. Now you can be using your tape runner. Thank you, Lily. Your tape runner, absolutely. Tape runner, perfect for construction. But because I've done a few of these over the last few days and did kind of, not so much experiment, but I've done one with tacky glue, I've done one with my tape runner and my red liner tape. And I did find, me personally, that the red liner tape is certainly the best one. So I've got my red liner tape on the tabs and I'm just going to then fold and then burnish each of these. So we're just going to start off with the box to start with and then we're going to press in. Now if you didn't see this, the first demo that you'll have done, you know that, or if you did see it, you'll have seen Lily asked that really good question about the envelope and why I'm using my 12mm, because usually when it comes to envelopes or box envelopes, if we're using a red liner tape, we tend to usually use round about 6mm. And the reason that I've been using my 12mm is if we form this together, as if we're making the envelope, as we form that together here. Now at this part here, it's usually only around about 8-10mm, hence why we stick with a 6mm. But if I remove that out the way, you've got quite a thick chunk of card that's left over there. So that's why I've been using my red liner tape, my 12mm red liner tape on the envelope box, because I just find that, you know, we've got that extra thickness, so we may as well fill it with our tape. I'm going to take that one off. I'm not going to stick it together just yet. We'll move on to the actual card. So that's where you're going to be bringing and popping your tape on, the 2 tabs and then at the side there. So let's move that out the way. We're going to go in with, just to say, fold that over, give that a burnish, and that's the card blank done. Bring in all your inserts that you've already got, print inserts out, your stamped inserts, all of those you can decorate till your heart's content. But this is what we're now needing. So you've got all of these on each individual die cut sheet. So you've got your 2 little panels. We're going to pop all of these out perfectly and beautifully, might I add, die cut with these ones. No pips that you have to snip off, because it is one of my biggest bugbear is when you get anything that's die cut and you've got little pips that are holding it into place. It's an essential, it's needed, but when you have to come along and just snip off or file the tiny little pips at the edge, got a lot of patience, Lily, but that just bugs me.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, if ever I see a card when somebody's left the pips on, I can't look at it any longer. Something that annoys me, that's for sure.
First thing that does stand out. So I'm just going to fold and burnish all of these first. So the very first one, I put the tape on and then burnished. This time I'm just burnishing, then I'm going to put the tape on. That is so that you can see there's no right or wrong way whether you put the tape or adhesive on first or you put it on last. But we're just going to give them a press and then we're going to go in with our tape. Now when it comes to these panels, these strips that we need to put our tape onto are just a little bit bigger than the 12mm, which is perfect. That's what you want. Sometimes, if this was to be a perfect 12mm strip, sometimes you can get that little bit of an overhang with the tape. So when it's a little bit wider, it's good because then you know you're not going to get any overhang whatsoever. So we can fold, and then we can then fold here. And then we're going to work our way around. So with these ones, we're going to go onto the outer edge and we're going to pop the tape. Now I know I am away to run out of this 12mm one. So I am going to jump to the 6mm because it's not as if you can't use your thinner. It just means that it's a little bit thinner. So let's take that off there. So you'll see that even although this is now 6mm, as long as we're still popping the tape as and where we need, it does not matter. We're just going to then pop that and then into there. I hit Lily to save the day. Thank you, cheers my dears, rightio. So now let's just take that end bit off. So we're now going to go into this section here, and actually this will be a good way to show you the difference between the 12 and the 6. So let's pop our tape into these panels, and then all that I need to do is on the glue tabs, I'm going to then add that on there, work our way around into there, add that on. Remember, you've got your 5 step-by-steps on the packaging as well. You'll have these videos to go back to with myself and Lily. However, once you've done one of them, you'll be gone. You'll be straight away, you'll be creating all your boxes.
You certainly will.
Take all these off.
Loving the florals on this one. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Very, very summery, I'd say.
It is, yeah. It's got like a little bit of a vintage summer sort of feel, doesn't it?
Definitely. I think it would work with a lot of items we've brought you in the past. If you've got other flower stamps and dies, you want to decorate it up a little bit more, you can absolutely do that.
And that's the thing, you know, and although it's coated, and obviously any of your water-based ink pads, that won't stick to it, but if you're doing heat embossing, any additional detail like that, you know, as long as you're doing your heat emboss. I know there is ink pads out there in the market that you can stamp onto your coated card. Obviously, we don't have anything in our range, but you can certainly come along and do your heat embossing for sure.
Could even stamp and use your gilding flakes as well. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah. Even accent detail here, you know, with your Stay Sticky glue pen and then going in with your flakes or your glitters, be a nice way. But let's just press that one in here, and then we're just going to then miter these corners by folding, pressing, folding and pressing. So whether you're doing them as they're intended, whether you do the shaker I showed you, whether you've done the home decor, the framework is exactly the same no matter what. So it's not as if it changes or it differs, it just depends on the project that you're doing and how you assemble it. So we're just going to pop, fold these ones in on themselves like so. And then I'm just going to then line and then lay that up like so. So let's make sure they're straight. And we're going to press, hold and press. We're going to turn. They're then going to hold and press like so. We're going to turn, we're going to hold, and then we're going to press. This is where, if you were to try and use tacky glue at this point, which is doable, but because you've got that slide and that wiggle room as well, that if you were to hold and, like now, that's me held in place. Your tacky glue, it would just pop away and it would be a little bit slidey. Whereas usually we'll like the tacky glue in the back of foam pads because it gives you wiggle room. Sometimes wiggle room isn't actually a good thing when you're trying to assemble a project. But that is the back done. That's your framework done. So we're going to come along with your card. I find it easier. Let's just have a look, because it's not as if there's a right or wrong way, Lily, but visually on the eye, you can kind of tell if it looks more pleasing on the eye, if it's going one direction or the other. So let's press that in, fold in together. I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to press. So there's our box frame card. We can go in with our envelope, and we're going to take these off, each of these with our pokey tool, all beautifully gold foiled as well.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Just gives your cars that little touch of luxury, doesn't it? It's
It does, it does. And you know then that if you are going to put anything extra in the centre, if you are going to decoupage or photos, you've got that sturdy box on the outside. I'm just using my grids on my glass mat as a way to line up the base and the side. I'm going to tuck that one in here, line that one up once again, and then there we go, start to end, pops out, maybe a little hook and loop or magnetic disc or something like that, but then there is how it's intended. That one's how it's intended. We've done that right at the start of the show, and then in the middle, we've changed it up and done a home decor frame, and then we've also done a triple home decor frame as well. So 3 different ways in which you can use them. So if you are experienced, please don't think, well, it's kind of one thing that I can do with them. Start to then think of all the other things that you can do.
Wow, absolutely stunning. Love that demonstration. You can see at home, if you are brand new to crafting, how easy these are to put together. Maybe it's the first card you've ever made, but it certainly won't look like you are a novice crafter with these, because they are so easy to put together, but give you the most incredible finished results. If you want to go for that showstopper collection, that brings you not only that card kit that gives you the ability to create 20 different cards with 20 matching box envelopes, but it also brings you that amazing scoreboard, that being our Scoremaster, with both the metric and imperial measurements, double-sided scoreboard with also that inbuilt box making technology. You also get 10 sheets of that Centura pearl in your fabulous Snow White hint of silver, and furthermore you're also getting that 22-metre tape pen as well, super strong with that fantastic tape pen. All those crafty goodies for £27.99 or $31.96 plus 100 bonus points on top of that as well. If you are just wanting the card kit on its own, you will find the details for that over on the website as well. So options for everybody when it comes to this fantastic brand new launch. But we're going to give you just a few moments to check out those baskets. Maybe you're going for your showstopper, maybe you're going for your individual card kit, maybe you're going for lots of other goodies over on the website as well. Let's give you a few moments to secure those purchases and get those goodies winging their way to you.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. We've got just over 15 minutes left as part of this fabulous launch day show where we have brought to you the brand new frame card kit collection. It's absolutely stunning. So many of you guys at home are loving it. We've got a few people on the socials letting us know that they've ordered theirs already. Lynn Morton saying, okay, Lily and Craig, sold. Lynn, you're going to love it. And Stephen Nichols also said he ordered not only the kit but the showstopper, which certainly is the best way to go if you want to get the most from your kit and if you want to get the best value for money. The showstopper is bringing to you not only that fabulous brand new frame card kit collection, which gives you the ability to create 20 cards with their matching gold foiled box envelopes. It's also giving you that fabulous one of our legendary scoreboards, that one being our Scoremaster scoreboard, with both your imperial on one side and your metric measurements on the other, and that inbuilt box making technology too. You've also got that tape runner there, 22 meters in total, and finally you're also getting 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl in that gorgeous snow white hint of silver. all of those crafty goodies, including that brand new card kit for just £27.99 or $31.96, and also 100 bonus points on top of that. So even better when it comes to that fabulous showstopper. But of course, if you just want to go for that card kit on its own, or maybe you're going for the showstopper and you want to add in another of those card kits, giving you that ability to create 40 of those fabulous frame cards, you can also go for that on its own. Details on the website for that one. You're also getting some bonus points and a lovely saving on that fabulous kit on its own as well. Now, we've had a few demonstrations already from Craig. He's shown us sort of the basics of how you can put this card together straight out of the kit. If you've never crafted before, then that is certainly the way to go. But he's also given us some fabulous inspiration as to how we can sort of take it one step further, create a shaker, create some home decor projects. But while we've got just about 15 minutes left on this show, I know he wants to sort of take things back to the basics once more. And if you just tuned in, then this is exactly how you put these fabulous cards together. So Craig, what have you got lined up?
Right, so this time we'll use the outer frame and we'll bring in a project that maybe you've already done, you've already made, and also within this one here, it's the final one. So by the end of the show, we'll have done all 5 of them.
Oh,
Remember,
nice.
20 in total, 5 in total, and you've got 4 of each.
Certainly
Now, all
do.
that I've done there, and you could do this at home if you want, where I've put all the tape on the edges, you could do that while sitting on the couch, watching the TV with all your sheets, and then that just means when you come to assemble them, you've got all your tape into position here. So I'm going to then just give these few here. Remember, you can pop the tape on before or afterwards. It's entirely up to yourself. But on the 2 tabs, we've got our tape at each side here. So as I take this one off, I'm going to just slot this underneath. So you've got on your rectangle, the end tab there, it comes just a little bit of an angle at each side there, a little bit of an angle. So they're the ones. So I'm just going to lightly bend that in. That's the one, and that's the side that's going to go underneath that edge there. And then we're going to press. We're going to then turn that around. Again, we're going to do that the same way. We're going to then layer that one in, and then we're going to rub and press that one. So let's take all of these sections here. All the score lines are done for you. We'll fold it in. Each tab, we're going to fold in along the score line, the crease line that's already there. If you want to enhance the score line, by all means, you can absolutely do that with your scoreboard or your score master, but they really are perfectly and beautifully embossed already there for you. So I'm going to take all these off one by one, work my way round with the option of section by section or all together. You choose, leave that up to you at home. But as we then peel each of these off, we're going to go in and then we're going to start to then form that together. So I'm going to take these ones off here while I'm at it. So I'm just going to get Poketail just underneath here, and then we're going to do the same here. And then what we can do is then start to form it and assemble it. So whether it's a simple frame, whether it's that 3-frame home decor, whether it's the shaker, every single one is formed in the exact same way. So we're now going to then turn this one over, and then I've not burnished that or folded that line, so let's fold that in, and then let's fold that one in. So we're going to then align that up here. So let's align and let that red liner tape grab. We're going to turn that around, and then we're going to align and then let that red liner tape grab. We're going to come in with that last section, which once again, let's just give that a fold. And then we're going to align and then press, turn over, and then we're just going to align and then we're going to press. So we've now got our 5th design of that peach work already formed and shaped together. What I am also then going to do is, so that I've got a backing to complete it, let's take the card, because we're not going to need this for this frame here. So unless you're going to be using it on its own, then You can chop it in half. That I can use another time with my nesting dies. It's a good one to use with your nesting dies. But before I stick this, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stick it, Lily, so that the peach is facing the back. What I mean by, if you were to do it that way, you would see the white. You're not going to see the white, but I've done it so that the peach is actually going to be facing upwards. And I'm saying nothing other than some of you may have got our Just to Say collection, or maybe coming very, very soon.
Very soon.
So if that is the case, what about bringing in your Just to Say collections, start to create your cards, your projects, press that in, fold and press, give that a good adhesive. What I am then going to do, we've still got our tape all the way round, but what we can do is we can then just add our little bit of tacky glue or tape runner. And then for this one, what I'm doing, the reason I'm not going to do it that way is if it's going to be hanging or it's going to be in midair or you're going to do a little stand, I want to have a nice peach background because you're not going to see the white. So let's press that in, work that all the way around. We've now taken a project from other collections, other brands. Maybe you want to make your own little stand on the back if you want to. But if you do happen to have the Just to Say collection or thinking about getting it once it launches, what about making your projects and then tying them in with your box frames as well? And of course, that will still, even if you put a little stand on it, that will still fit into the back. Take your Just For You collection, add a sentiment on the front, and then there's an additional project done.
What a fabulous idea. And maybe a little sneak peek into something that's coming very, very soon, but we shall say no more. But that is using your fantastic frame card kit collection. As part of that collection, you have got those beautiful 5 different designs, 4 of each, giving you 20 different cards and matching envelopes as part of that fantastic collection. These are just absolutely stunning to create. Whether you are brand new to crafting, this is going to be the first card that you ever create, or if you've been crafting for many, many years, these are still going to be absolutely fabulous and a very valuable piece in your crafty stash. Now, as part of your showstopper, not only are you getting that brilliant card kit collection, you are also getting lots more crafty goodies besides. And the way it works out with this showstopper collection is just for an extra £10 you are getting all these extra crafty goodies. So first up, we have got our fantastic scoreboard, that being our Scoremaster scoreboard, one of our legendary scoreboards that we use day in, day out here at Crafters TV. Metric on the one side, Imperial on the other. That's going to allow you to create boxes, score your card bases and much more besides. Next up, some of our Centura Pearl cardstock. 10 sheets of that. It's your fresh white hint of silver with that one. Single-sided pearlized coated, absolutely gorgeous, that cardstock. Nice heavyweight with that one too, so it's going to be ideal for your construction projects, as well as your die cutting and your matting and layering. Then finally, you are getting one of our fantastic tape pens, that one being 22 meters of super strong adhesive. With that, you can use it for your matting and layering and your construction as well, if you so choose. So that's your showstopper. You're getting your card kit and all those additional items for £27.99 or $31.96 with an additional 10 bonus points as part of that deal as well. Now, if you are wanting the individual card kit, do check out the website because we do have that on its own if you do just want to go for that without all the extra goodies that we have as part of that showstopper. Now, something that's proven super, super busy. We did give you a little sneak peek of this earlier on in the show, but it will be featuring in lots more detail on tonight's launch party that's coming up at 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. here in the UK. And it is our absolutely stunning My Special Paper box number 2. We brought you the first edition in this fabulous collection last year, and it proved super popular. It did sell out not long after the launch. So we brought you the second edition in this collection. £49.99 or $59.95, lowest to $39.99 or $47.96 if you're part of our Platinum Club. A whopping 240 12 by 12 inch uncoated sheets with this one. Absolutely stunning. I know, Craig, you love it as much as I do, and he's going to take you through some of those gorgeous designs in a little bit more detail.
Yeah, there's loads. As you said, you've got your 240 in total. So 240 of these sheets. Now you've got umpteen designs, some new, some repeats that are fun favourites from you guys, but within each design you're going to get at least 2 of each of these ones. Well, not at least, you're getting 2 of each. They're 160 GSM and they're also single-sided. So for all of you out there that loves your single-sided sheets, then we've got you covered here. Now you've got a lot of floral print, you've got a lot of your kind of wildflower in there, but what you've also got is your roses, you've got some peonies, but you've got some of your brights, you've got some of your vintage, your sepias, you've got the script work as well, all completely smooth. So a lot of it does look embossed or textured, and that's just the look, the way that they have been designed. It's all incredibly smooth. Your woodwork, I mean, I love that one, that pink paneling. You've got your green as well, you've got some of your browns in there, but then you've got some that are edged all the way around, some of them that are from edge to edge, corner to corner, some of them are just down one side, some of them are sectioned off, so you've got lots and lots of ways, lots of uses. So if you are using them as a scrapbook page, then plenty of them, you're going to visually be able to see where you can pop your photo, where you could put the written work. Sometimes you don't want that bold design, like that one there, just a really subtle watermark away in the background. That one there is as if it's a watered effect, coloured watered effect. You've got your postage stamps as well. So there really is so many of them. If I actually do what I was going to show you earlier on, I mean, like, so this one here, and if we were to bring in, like, even just one of the frames.
Oh, doesn't that work nice? That's
does
beautiful.
Work really nice. Just frame them, and if you frame that nicely, you're going to get a few out of there as well. So thinking of bringing in the box frames that you've got, your thick paneling in there as well, your dragonflies, just so many of them, 12 by 12 in size. You've got your 240 sheets, 160 GSM, all single-sided. You could do your gift bags. Now I'm going to strive to do this within Launch Party. If I don't manage to do this in Launch Party, I will be doing that one. So there's your gift bag. You've got your rosette with the background.
Nice.
We'll definitely do that in Launch Party, and we're definitely going to do, because you guys have been itching to see it, the rosettes. That's going to be the next live show today. We're going to do that all with the actual My Special Paper Pad.
Fabulous. Wow, a whopping 240 sheets. Now, if you're cutting them down into card fronts for your 6 by 6 inch card bases, of course, you can get 4 from every sheet. So I've done a little bit of mental maths. I'm hoping this is correct. I'm thinking 960. Yeah, 960. Nice. That's nearly 1,000 6 by 6 inch card fronts. How amazing is that? £39.99 or $47.96. If you are going for 2, so if you're going for the multiples of 2, you are going to save 20%, or if you're even going to go for 3, really push the boat out on this Tuesday afternoon, you're going to save an extra 30%, which is absolutely incredible. And honestly, you are going to get so much gorgeous paper, so much to play with. You are going to be in an absolute crafty dream world, that is for certain. Now, something that we've seen in a lot of the demonstrations throughout the course of this Launch Day show is, of course, our fabulous red liner tape. It's an absolute essential when it comes to your construction projects, for your acetate as well. Craig's used it in all of his demos with these fabulous frame card kits. It's your red liner tape 6-piece collection. Lots of you coming in today for this one. It is a crafty essential in terms of your adhesives. You've got 6 different rolls here, 2 of the 12mm, 2 of the 6mm and 2 of the 3mm as well, for just £10.40 or $22.40. If you're going for that showstopper or just the individual card kit on its own, I'd definitely say throw one of these into your basket and it will get you going, get you started with sticking together these fantastic card kits. Now, proving very, very popular today, our brand new launch of our fantastic frame card kit collection. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I have. Lots of inspiration as how you can put these together sort of as they're intended as those frame cards, or how you can take it a little bit further as well, creating home decor pieces, your fantastic shaker cards as well. That showstopper details are on your screen there. You can see not only getting that card kit, but you're also getting that fantastic scoreboard, your card stack and your tape pen as well for £27.99 or $31.96. On top of that, you're also getting your 100, not 10, that'd be not so great, but 100 bonus points on top of that as well when you're going for that showstopper collection. Craig, your demos have been fabulous, as
Thank you, Lily.
always. Looking forward to what's coming up in the launch party, but before then, I know you've got a few more samples that you want to share with us.
I do indeed. So we'll have a quick recap of what we've done within the show, but these are the 5 designs that you can do. So you're going to be able to make 4 of these complete if you use them in the way that's intended. So you've got your champagne glass, you've then got your teapot, you've got your balloons with the present, all dimensional frame, you've got your watering can with your wildflowers that says just to say, and then you've also got your happy birthday. So that is the 5 designs, 4 of each that you can make. You've also got your 20 boxes as well, which each of these are going to fit into. But if you've seen within this show, changing it up as well, if you are a little bit experienced or you're just wanting to then do something a little bit different, chop into them, cut into them, turn them into shaker, home decor frames that you can see there with my little, not so little cousins, or then you can then start to do that triple framework as well. You can always go back on this show, rewatch how I done that, but all the frames are assembled in the same way. Or bringing in all your collections you've already got, your stamp collections that you've already got, your die collections, could be your decoupage, your sentiments, that one there from Just to Say, and start to frame all your own work. Doesn't just have to be what you get within the Included, you can take it out with your own crafty stash and see what you come up with.
Absolutely, wow, fantastic demonstration, Craig. Should we do it all in an hour's time, launch party time?
Let's do it.
Sounds like a plan. Lots more amazing demos coming up on launch party tonight, but of course we've got lots more amazing products. We'll be having a little look again at that fantastic My Special Papers box. We've got our corner edgeables, we've got our cluster lift dies, lots more to tune in for. Do join us in an hour's time at 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. UK time. Lots of you guys though have been snapping up the bargains already as part of this launch day show. We've got Carol saying, oh, she's ordered a glass cutting mat. Honestly, that glass mat is an absolute must-have. You've got to have that in your crafty stash. Geraldine is saying she's loving the papers. Oh, Janice was watching Craig on Hobby Maker over the weekend. She said she made the gift bag yesterday. She's loving the size of that gift bag as well. So lots of love for all of those demos, and I know we've got lots more coming up on launch party tonight. However, if you are over in the US, make sure you tune in at 6 p.m. tonight because we have got a fantastic HSN preview coming up with Craig, and Sarah's coming in for that one as well. So it's going to be a corker of a show, lots of goodies. You can have a sneaky peek of the stuff that's coming up over on HSN Day next week. But of course, we will be back in an hour's time, so make sure you tune in at 3 p.m. UK time for launch party. Lots more demos coming up, lots more inspiration, so I hope you can join us then. And thank you very much for your company during this fantastic launch day show. Bye-bye.
Toodles.